Lord Ram's idol in Garbhagriha. First glimpse at Ram Lalla's face. Ram Naam on everyone's lips. Ram aa gaye. Top focus at 6 p.m. prime.
Good evening. You're watching 6 p.m. Prime here on India Today. I'm Akshita Nandagopal. We're counting down to the Pran Pratishtha ceremony on January 22nd, and we just showed you the very first glimpse of the beautiful Ram Lalla idol, who's now home in his abode in the Ram Mandir. We'll be getting you all the details of the idol, also an exclusive conversation coming your way as Amish Tripathi, Ricky Kedge and Malini Avasthi join me over the next 1 hour to tell you what they feel about this civilizational moment for India. Let's begin with the top 6 headlines at 6 p.m. Ram Lalla's face revealed for the first time. The Krishna Shila idol has been sculpted by Mysore's Arun Yogiraj. Ram Lalla is now Virajman in the Garbhagriha. Congress's Digvijay Singh criticizes the Ram Lalla idol, says new idol doesn't look like a child, asks what was the need for a second statue. Prime Minister Modi unveils Boeing's new Bengaluru facility, aviation giant's biggest campus out of the United States. Prime Minister also now in Chennai takes part in a roadshow. Supreme Court dismisses Bilkis Bano convict's plea, seeking 6 weeks more time to surrender. Convicts are asked to surrender by January 21st in 2 days. Believe it or not, rape convict Dera Sacha Sauda chief Gurmeet Ram Rahim Singh has been granted parole yet again, this time for 50 days ahead of the upcoming elections. This is his 7th parole in 2 years. And expelled Trinamool Congress MP Mawa Moitra vacates her government bungalow a day after the Supreme Court rejected her anti-eviction plea.
Powered by Rungta Steel TMT Bar. Ekdam solid.
We're in the final leg of the countdown to the grand Pran Pratishtha ceremony on January 22nd, but for the first time, images of the idol of Ram Lalla is out here on India Today. It's this idol that's been installed in the sanctum sanctorum of the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya with, of course, his eyes covered. This picture was taken much before the idol was actually installed in the Garbhagriha. But you're getting a sense of how divine really the Ram Lalla idol is, made completely of Krishna Shila stone, black stone, which is what you see very often in South Indian temples. This idol is now in his abode in the Garbhagriha.
Behold the divine form, crafted by the skilled hands of Mysuru-based sculptor. Behold the divine form, crafted by the skilled hands of Mysuru-based sculptor Arun Yogiraj. The yellow cloth, a silent guardian. The drapery on Ram Lalla holds within it the promises of eternity, set to be unveiled on Monday after the consecration. The sacred secret, the first image of a veiled Ram Lalla, unfolded in the quietude of Friday morning. The idol embodies the innocence of a child, the pride of a king, the divinity of Vishnu. When the morning sun extends his tender fingers, its rays fall upon Ram Lalla's forehead in a celestial glow. Here is how the idol looks without the blindfold. This image was taken much before the idol was installed in the Garbhagriha.
सबसे पहले तो मैं वो वीर लोगों को नमन कर रहा हूँ जो मेरे 90 कार सेवा मेरे साथ में जो थे, जो ऊपर चले गए, वो छोटे बच्चे नन्हे बच्चे बन के यहाँ कार सेवा करने आए होंगे। मैं वही उन्हीं से और प्रार्थना कर रहा हूँ। दूसरी बात, कार सेवा करने का मौका यानी अभी जो आया हूँ, मैं जो पहले जो वीरान नगरी जो देख रहा था, आज मैं सही में स्वर्ग नगरी देख रहा हूँ।
Swaran Paduka to adorn the feet of Ram Lalla, their artistry transcending time. The very ground beneath, hallowed by the holy steps. The temple, embellished by ornate carvings. It stands as a testament to craftsmanship. The golden doors invite believers into a realm where faith intertwines with ancient art. The marble flooring reveals like a canvas. And on the stage of VIPs, where the mortal and divine converge, the anticipation builds for Monday's moment that will etch itself in the annals of history. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, the idol of Ram Lalla that you see there on your screens has been carved by a renowned sculptor from Mysuru, Arun Yogiraj. He's become a household name of sorts. He is currently in Ayodhya also, there to ensure that everything is taken care of, that the idol remains in place ahead of the Pran Pratishtha. Let's take a look at our next report where we tell you all about the sculptor Arun Yogiraj, who had the honor of making this idol for the Mandir.
The beautiful Ram Lalla idol made of Krishna Shila black stone is home. He is now in his abode in Ayodhya after a long journey from Mysuru to Ayodhya. And it is this sculptor, Arun Yogiraj, whose masterful hands made this mesmerizing idol. Yogiraj is now camped in Ayodhya and was seen watching carefully as the idol was lowered into the temple premises on Wednesday night. Yogiraj from Mysuru was in the contention along with two other sculptors, but eventually the sheer beauty of his work of art won over the hearts of Ram Bhakts.
Arun Yogiraj, मैसूर निवासी, अनेक पीढ़ियों से जिसके परिवार में मूर्ति निर्माण का कार्य चलता है, उसकी मूर्ति का चयन किया गया है और सभी लोगों ने उसकी मूर्ति की प्रशंसा की। सभी का अर्थ है उपस्थित कम से कम 11 ट्रस्टियों ने।
This, no doubt, is the most important idol for Arun Yogiraj and a crowning moment for his family as well. He hails from Mysuru in Karnataka, fittingly from the land of Hanuman.
When we got the news, we were thrilled and excited. Whole of the family was celebrating Makara Sankranti, and it doubled up our celebration. And we are now, very happy, and we are very proud of Arun.
We feel proud and pride that Sri Rama idol made by my brother, and it's a wonderful thing to imagine and think about that.
Arun comes from a family of sculptors and quit his corporate job to become a full-time sculptor. Arun Yogiraj has sculpted so many statues like the Bose statue in Kartavya Path, the 31-feet Hanuman statue in Mysuru, and the Adi Shankaracharya statue in Kedarnath. But sculpting this idol of Ram Lalla that will be worshipped by millions will no doubt be the most special for him. With Anaga, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, even as the excitement, of course, is building up, we've just about got 2 days to go, in the sense that Monday is the Pran Pratishtha. So over the weekend, of course, everyone's going to be talking about what's happening in Ayodhya. Amid that, you've got tributes coming in from across the country and even across the world. for Lord Ram. I want to show you now a tribute that's come in, also called Ram Ke Hriday Mein, which is a collaboration between Sonu Nigam, Malini Awasthi, Ricky Cage, all brought together by author Amish Tripathi. Just take a look at the song and then we'll be joined by guests live.
राम के हृदय में एक है सारे, राम के हृदय में एक है सारे, फिर क्यों मन से न बीती बिसारे, आओ सब मिलकर अयोध्या संवारे, हम की विजय हो और मैं हारे, राम के हृदय में एक है सारे। श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम राम श्री राम राम श्री राम, लेके सबकी व्यथा प्रेम सबको दिया, हर एक पल समर्पण ऐसा जीवन जिया।
All right, joining us here on India Today is Amish Tripathi. You all know him, of course, as an author also of the Ramchandra series. I'm sure has lots to say about this very, very big civilizational moment for India. Ricky Cage, Indian composer, Grammy Award winner, is also with us. We'll also be joined shortly by the singer of that song, Malini Awasthi. Good evening to both of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on India Today. Amish, I know this is your brainchild, this song, and of course it teases an upcoming documentary on Ram Janmabhoomi. So can you tell us first all about the thought behind this documentary and this song, which you brought some of the best talent of the country, even the world, together?
No, I mean, much of the credit should actually go to my friend Ricky out here. So, but look, the idea for the documentary, essentially, Dilip Piramal ji and I'm sorry if the camera is shaking a bit. I'm actually in the car.
No problem.
In the wonderful Mumbai traffic. So, Dilip Piramal bhai and I, we thought of making this documentary, which tells a story of the temple itself, the Ram Janmabhoomi temple, from the birth of Lord Ram till now. And that was the idea for the documentary. The documentary has been shot. We're going to be releasing it very soon. And an idea for it, it's not normally done for a documentary, but we thought, why not make a song for it? It's normally done for a movie. And we didn't think we'd be able to put it together. But then I called up my friend Ricky, and I thought I'll ask him, because I thought, he's too big for the documentary. Okay, he's Ricky Cage. And he's a 3-time Grammy Award winner, and he's a friend. So I thought I'll call him if he knows someone who could maybe, compose a song for us. And he immediately, without a moment's he immediately just said, no, I'm going to do it. Don't you dare go to anyone else. And then it's Ricky's magic, man. I mean, it's just, what a wonderful composition. And then, of course, Malini ji, Sonu ji, they came on board to sing it. So kind of them. They're both fantastic singers. Sonu ji, of course, a legend in Bollywood. Malini ji, a legend in folk music circles. And we just launched the music yesterday with Ricky Cage's magic. It's already crossed some 2.5 million views, man, in a day. Yeah. And not bad, considering it's not a Bollywood song.
It's got all the Bollywood elements. It's got all the big names. Ricky, is that why you came on board? Is it because of, a song about Lord Ram? You couldn't really resist. Was it a favor for your friend Amish? Interestingly, when I was looking up this entire song and, all about it, Ricky, I came across the fact that your name is actually Ram Gyan Cage. So I think you were perfect for this song.
Exactly, actually. And of course, I'm not Bollywood, so that is why, so it's amazing that the song has reached out to so many people. And as Amish said, that when he told me about this documentary and when he told me about this thought that he had of creating the song, I immediately came on board. There was no second thought in my mind for 2 reasons. One reason being my father, because my father, he's 81 years old. And he, for the last few decades, he's been constantly saying that, that he does not believe that the Ram temple will be built during his lifetime. And, and he was always very sad about that, he'll not live in long enough to actually see the inauguration of the Ram temple. And when the date was announced, he was absolutely overjoyed, that he's going to actually get to watch it on television. And of course, my birth name is Ram. Later on, of course, my name got changed because my parents changed their mind about my name, because at that time I was in America and they felt that I should have a Western name or whatever. But nevertheless, my birth certificate still says that my name is Ram, and that is when I decided that when I created the song, that's when I decided that I'm going to go back to that particular name, and I'm going to, because it's on my birth certificate, and I'm going to let people know that my actual name is Ram Gyan Gage.
Amazing. That's amazing. So, your father is a Ram Bhakt, you're a Ram Bhakt. Did you feel a lot of pressure, Ricky, going into this project because of that?
Yeah, there was some amount of pressure, but I've always felt that music needs to be an expression of my own sensibilities and my own philosophies and thoughts. So that's what I did with this song. This song was just me communicating the joy that I have for this moment and this moment in history of the homecoming of Lord Ram. So for me, it was just communicating.
Talking about the documentary again, it's a subject that's so close to so many people's hearts. And the song, of course, timed to the Mandir Pran Pratishtha, has meant that everyone's humming the tune of the song as well. But where did that idea really grow in your head that, look, someone needs to document what's happened in Ayodhya. Someone needs to document this entire Ram movement that we've seen in the country.
Akshita, the thing is, this is actually one of the biggest moments, not just in our history as a republic, but in our history as a civilization over the last millennia, I would argue. And the thing is that many people have spoken of the story of this movement, but in parts. Some would only speak of the post-independence struggle. Some would speak of the historical thing that happened in 1528. Some would speak of some of the historical movements to revive the temple a few centuries ago. But there is no one place where, in a concise manner, you get the story of the entire history of the temple from the beginning till now, where you get a holistic perspective, right, of it. That's what this documentary is, from the birth of Lord Ram till now. And in a 75-minute documentary, it tells you the entire story. Secondly, the kind of people who are associated with it. This is a very uniting documentary. One of the things that a guy working on the documentary told us, look, in this documentary, there is no left wing or right wing. There is only Ram wing. And we are essentially approaching it all as, this is anyone who's an Indian, anyone who has the soil of Mother India in their genes. Is one of Lord Ram's people. And this documentary essentially tells the story of the temple, which I think all of us should know. This is a seminal moment, not just for our republic, but for our civilization. We need to know the entire story.
So true. And hopefully, people will learn about their history. We're all witness to what's happening right now. But I think there are many in the country who still don't know what kind of a struggle it's taken to reach this moment. So documentaries, films, I think, do the best job of really putting out the story out there for everyone to know, and the younger generation as well. Ricky, we're still waiting for Sonu ji and Malini ji to join us. But could I bother you to maybe sing your favorite Ram bhajan, or even sing this particular song of Ram Ke Hriday Mein for us?
Actually, I do not sing. And,
I know, of course, I know. But sportingly, if you could do it for us.
No, not really. Because if I start singing, then whatever few fans I have, they'll probably run away. But nevertheless, I'll speak about Sonu ji and about Malini ji, because when we created this particular melody, Amish and me thought that, these are the two singers that we need to approach. And Malini ji, it was just serendipitous because, a few years ago, I had actually messaged Malini ji on social media, and I told her that I would really like to work with her when I was introduced to her music, and I absolutely fell in love with her voice. And then later on, what happened was that I was interviewed by Malini ji's daughter for a podcast. And that is when I decided that I really need to work with Malini ji, and this was my opportunity to work with her. And with Sonu ji, I've been a lifelong fan of his, and the first time I got to work with him was in 2008, and after that, I've not worked with him since 2008 till now. And and I got to work with him again, even though we've been following each other's work, and I've been constantly in touch with everything that he does. So it's been amazing to collaborate with these two amazing artists for this such an important song for me.
So true. And, the vocals have made such a difference.
I think what this song really brings together is in many ways what India stands for. Ricky has made a wonderful tune which fine-tunes the best of the traditional Indian way and modern. Really syncretic in a way, modern beats, modern instrumentation, and with a lovely traditional backing to it as well. The lyrics I thought were wonderfully written by Geet Sagar. And truly, some of the lines are so beautiful in there. Hum ki vijay ko aur main haare. It's a very uniting song. And of course, the magical voices of Sonu ji and Manli ji, they just took it to a whole new level. Which is why I love it so much. It truly represents India, brings together so many different styles into one song.
I'll be honest that for the last many days I've been humming the tune of Ram Aayenge non-stop in my head, and now it's being replaced with Ram Ke Hriday Mein as we. So it's beautiful, really. I think everyone's getting into the mood because of these songs. It's helping a great deal. Amish, I don't know if you've caught all the updates that have been coming in, but we've also got those pictures now of the Ram Lalla idol, and I wanted to know what you thought of the idol, the pictures that have come in of it, carved out of black stone, which you see a lot in the South Indian temples. It's looking absolutely wonderful. Whatever we've caught so far of the Ram Mandir, what do you think?
Oh, it is stunning. And the sculptor Yogi Raji is, of course, sculpted, many other great sculptures. But this, this is a work for which he'll go down in history. And in the traditional, in the ancient versions of the Ramayana, the Valmiki Ramayana, Lord Ram has been described as dark-skinned. So this is in line with what the tradition descriptions were. And this, of course, Ram Lalla's has a full the murti for us, and the lovely symbology on it. One sees Lord Shiva on one side, and from the pictures I couldn't make out too clearly, but I think there's Hanumanji also out there, so, and as the traditions should be. So it's he's followed most of the traditional ways, Yogi Raj, and I think he's done a wonderful job. Awesome.
So true. You're right. There's Hanumanji on one side, there's Garud on the other, the Dasavataram of Vishnu across the entire area there, and then there are symbols all across the arch, all of it hugely, hugely symbolic. And I think what they've done is essentially ensured that there's every point of the epic mentioned in that idol. So sticking true to our tradition, to the significance of Ram Mandir. There's one question, however, Amish, about the Ram Lalla idol. Do you think this is the perfect Ram Lalla idol of a 5-year-old Ram? He's got the bow and arrow with him. There are some who are saying that maybe the Ram Lalla looked a little different. What do you think?
I like most devotees would have our own imagination, but I think Yogi Raj has done one of those rare things. It's even beyond my imagination. It's so beautiful. I utterly love it. I love it absolutely.
Okay, so you're saying that it's...
My dad is from Rajasthan, my mom is from Punjab, and I consider myself to be from Karnataka because I've been here for most of my life, and I believe that this idol represents all of us, So it's absolutely beautiful.
Are you going to be there on January 22nd, Ricky, for the event?
In spirit for sure, but I'll be watching it very, very intently on television, probably on your channel.
I hope so, I'm sure. And we look forward to having you with us also on January 22nd for your view on, what you think of that moment. What about you, Amish? Are you going to be here? Are you going to be there in Ayodhya for the event?
Yes, I will be there on the 22nd, but I think, and I mean this genuinely, for most of us who are ardent devotees, we will probably come back post the 26th. I'm going to be coming back with my family. My mother really wants to go there. So we will come back as devotees. And I think, and 22nd, of course, it will be really special. But when we can come back as devotees without the security and, all that, which will perforce be there on the 22nd, I think that may end up being equally, if not far more special. And I know the look on my mother's face when I'll take her, because she's looking forward to this so much. You can't imagine her generation. Yeah. They never thought they would see this day. So she's so excited, and she's 80 plus, okay, and we'll have to take her on a wheelchair, but she's like, I have to go. no matter what. So we are really looking forward to it post the 26th.
I think that explains really the devotion that people feel really towards Lord Ram and to, of course, this mandir. Thanks very much, Amish. Thanks, Ricky, for joining us. We're looking forward to having you with us on January 22nd as well, when the Pran Pratishtha ceremony happens. But congratulations on the amazing response you've received for your song. And, of course, we're looking forward to the documentary as well on Ram Janmabhoomi, on Lord Ram. Thank you very much, Amish, as well as Ricky, for taking the time out and joining us here on India Today. We're getting you, of course, a lot more such exclusive conversations with so many who've had one role or the other to play. We're all doing their bit to celebrate their Ram Mandir coming up in Ayodhya right now. I'm slipping into a very short break here on 6 p.m. Prime. Coming up on the other side, we'll get you all the details of who's been invited for the Pran Pratishtha. The full list of the 100+ VVIP invitees are with us here on India Today.
खबरों के ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट विश्लेषण जैसी ही एक दुनिया और भी है, और वो है सफेद पन्नों पर काले अक्षरों से उकेरे गए साहित्य की दुनिया। तो आइए साहित्य की इस ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट दुनिया में खो जाएं।
साहित्य आज तक लखनऊ 20 और 21 जनवरी, अंबेडकर मेमोरियल पार्क, गोमती नगर, लखनऊ। फ्री एंट्री के लिए रजिस्टर करें www.aajtak.in/साहित्य पर या मिस्ड कॉल दीजिए 9310330033 पर। प्राइज
Keep it wild. The new Sonnet. Kia, movement that inspires.
Celebrate the Ram Utsav with India Today from anywhere in the world.
मैं ये सारी बधाइयाँ मेलबर्न ऑस्ट्रेलिया से काफ़ी किलोमीटर दूर सारे जो हमारे इंडियंस हैं, सारे राम जी के भक्त हैं, उन सभी को बहुत बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं देना चाहती हूँ।
Growing up, I've only heard stories about this, but now on the 22nd, getting to witness it with my family and friends out here, it's going to be a good moment here to experience, and I'm going to enjoy this functions.
Send in your wishes to India Today on WhatsApp at +91 73030 86006.
Prime Minister Modi shared Ram Bhajan sung by legendary singer Udit Narayan. Udit Narayan ji is now joining us live. Thank you so much for your time. Udit Narayan ji, सबसे पहले तो आपको बहुत-बहुत मुबारक। प्रधानमंत्री ने आपका भजन शेयर किया है। कैसा है माहौल अभी? एंथुजियाज्म है, एक्साइटमेंट है? सबसे पहले तो आप हमें ये भजन सुनाएं।
ओ पालन हारे निर्गुण और न्यारे, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौनो नहीं, हमरी उलझन सुलझाओ भगवन, तुमरे बिन हमरा कौनो नहीं। जय श्री राम।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया उदित नारायण जी, बहुत ही बढ़िया। ये बताइए कि आप इन डेवलपमेंट्स को भी कैसे देखते हैं? बहुत लोगों का ये कहना है कि ये एक बहुत ही लंबा वेट था, 500 साल का वेट था। आखिरकार प्राण प्रतिष्ठा सेरेमनी 3 दिन बाद होने वाला है। अयोध्या टेम्पल बिल्ड किया गया है और वापस सभी राम वापस अपने घर आएंगे। ये माहौल को आप कैसे देखते हैं, देश में जो माहौल है?
इससे बड़ी खुशी की बात और क्या होगी। 500 सालों का सपना था और वो आज आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी उस चीज को पूरा कर रहे हैं। मैं तहे दिल से उनको धन्यवाद देता हूं और पूरे भारतवासियों को और तमाम दुनिया के उन सभी लोगों को जो सबको इस दिन का इंतजार था। तो मैं बहुत खुश हूं और मतलब फूले समाया नहीं पा रहा हूं खुशी के मारे।
उदित नारायण जी, आप जैसे कई सिंगर्स हैं जो भजन गा रहे हैं, लगातार प्रधानमंत्री इन भजन्स को शेयर कर रहे हैं। इनफैक्ट आज उन्होंने एक प्लेलिस्ट भी ट्वीट किया है इसके बारे में बताते हुए कि ये प्लेलिस्ट है, इसे आप जरूर सुने। प्रधानमंत्री के ये सारे इनिशिएटिव्स में कैसा आपको इंकरेजमेंट मिलता है, इसके बारे में हमें बताइए।
देश के प्रधानमंत्री, और वो भी ऐसे प्रधानमंत्री जिन्होंने जो सपना था भारत का वो उन्होंने पूरा किया है और कर रहे हैं। इससे खुशी की बात और क्या होगी।
It is not just India that is awaiting Ram Lalla's homecoming.
Let's get you more pictures that we've accessed of Ram Lalla in all his divine glory. Look at that picture on your screens, viewers. That's the idol of Ram Lalla, ready to be taken to the Garbhagriha. This was before, when in fact you can see that he was adorned fully in gold. There's gold garlands, gold jewelry with emeralds as well. And these are images from before the Garbhagriha installation. But what you get a sense of from here, because the blindfold is also on, so his eyes are covered. This is perhaps as close as we can imagine what the Ram Lalla idol will look like on the day of the Pran Pratishtha. Adorned in beautiful gold, the bow and arrow also you can see in full gold there. He's got a gold garland around him, besides being draped also with several floral garlands. But the kind of work that's been done, whether it's in fact on the crown or in fact the jewelry that you see there of gold with emeralds also completely adorning his chest, it looks absolutely beautiful. The idol is truly mesmerizing, and when you look at him in all of his glory, we assume this is the closest that we can actually imagine the idol to be during the Pran Pratishtha. Remember, these pictures were taken before the idol was actually installed in the Garbhagriha. But he will be, of course, in all of his glory for the Pran Pratishtha also, adorned in full gold, much like how you see him right now, with that blindfold, a yellow cloth over his eyes, because on the day of the Pran Pratishtha, when life essentially is given to the idol, when life is breathed into the idol, he will have his eyes opened at that very moment, but beautifully decorated there with a gold garland, gold jewelry across his chest. Those earrings also, you see that beautiful piece on his head, and that gives you a sense of how grand the entire idol will look. And picture this idol, viewers, on Pran Pratishtha, adorned in gold in this manner against that black stone that you see there, and you see small garlands also for Hanuman and for Garud on either side of Ram Lalla. Part of that idol that you see on the sides there, all set essentially for the Pran Pratishtha, which will happen on January 22nd. Let me again remind you that these are pictures from before the idol being installed in the Garbhagriha. So we understand that this was a dress rehearsal of sorts before the Pran Pratishtha, which will happen on January 22nd. But he looks absolutely divine. This idol looks absolutely divine, draped in gold there. And this, we understand, is perhaps how he could be looking on the day of the Pran Pratishtha, when his eyes will be opened and the idol gets life. So we've given you, of course, several images to show you what the Ram Lalla idol looks like, even without the blindfold. But that, again, remember, is pictures before the idol was installed in the Garbhagriha. Right now, in the Garbhagriha, his eyes remain closed, blindfolded. And on the day of the Pran Pratishtha is when that will be removed. The blindfold will be removed and power, life goes into the idol. Samarth Srivastava is live with us from Ayodhya. Samarth, absolutely beautiful, mesmerizing picture that we're getting of the idol. He's draped in gold and emeralds. There's a gold garland, there's a massive gold necklace adorned with emerald stones, and of course a golden crown for the Ram Lalla idol. Beautiful pictures, and we imagine that this is how the idol perhaps could look on the day of the Pran Pratishtha.
Well, exactly that picture, what I can assume, will be of day one of rituals of Pran Pratishtha, when inside that particular Vivek Shrishti Trust office, that idol was placed and the rituals were performed, and that could be the picture of that day, because in the background, if you see, that is not the garbhagriha of the temple. So this picture is of that time when the idol made by Yogi Raj was inside that particular trust office. And as we are seeing the beautiful design, and if you see the series of flowers in the garland around the neck of Lord Sri Ram, it looks mesmerizing. Even the clothing, the yellow color, it's attracting the eyes. Even the cloth, the piece of cloth which is around the eyes is attracting. So it's going to be massive for Ayodhya. And this particular idol, you have seen this idol now without any cloth around, and also with this particular thing where a garland could be seen. We have access to two pictures. One picture where it's just the garland of rose petals, and another picture where Lord Ram is also having garland of different flowers, and it is also donning some other dress. So that's very significant, and this is something, the divinity of Ayodhya, which clearly signifies that Ayodhya is on the Dharma path. So it's massive, and the picture looks beautiful, elegant. All the hard work by Yogi Raj that took him away from the family for the long 6 months is paying off very well. And it was a debate with the trust office, like what idol could be selected amongst the three. So that choice of Yogi Raj's model could be said the perfect with the style, because we have heard in the Ramcharitmanas that Lord Rama was Shyamrang, just like Lord Krishna. So any other model, this has been made in the Krishna Shaili, which clearly signifies with the black stones, and it took around 6 long months for Yogi Raj to complete this particular idol. And as per the trust members, Yogi Raj was not speaking to his family for long 6 months, as he devoted his every emotion, his everything to that particular idol of Ram Lalla, and now it's all paying off very well in the lines of divinity in the temple town. As you could be hearing around me, the chants of Ramdhun are all happening here, and this picture of Ayodhya clearly signifies the air, the atmosphere all around here, with temples, the saints chanting Jai Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram. So this is such a divine Ayodhya which many a saints dreamt of for decades, and now that dream is on the ground and is being fulfilled. It's just a matter of 2 days now, and the consecration ceremony, and for the devotees it's a matter of around 3 days. From 23rd of January, they will be able to witness what we are showing on the screen by themselves, by coming to Ayodhya, by reaching inside the temple premises, and in a way seeking blessings from Lord Sri Ram. Back to you.
You're clearly immersed in all of the fervor and festivity right now. And why not? Because this has been a moment 500 years in the waiting for them. And these are images that you see right now on your screens of the lovely Ram Lalla idol, all decked up in gold. I want to bring in on this broadcast singer Alka Yagnik. She needs no introduction, but Alka ji, your very popular Ram bhajans are going viral right now across social media, as everyone is of course in Ram Bhakti right now. There are so many of your memorable songs that everyone's talking about. Alka ji, if you could just begin by me requesting you if you could sing any of the Ram bhajans that you love, including Jai Shri Ram, which you sang with Udit ji.
Actually, this bhajan which I've sung with Udit ji, which has been tuned by Shami Tandon, it's really caught on, I believe, because there have been so many innumerable Ram bhajans that have been recorded. Of late, I've been singing a lot of bhajans, all Ram bhajans, because it's very typical. Like, our country is all woken up to Ramji and his bhajans and talking about him and all that. So out of all the songs, the song which has caught on the most or has become the most popular has been this bhajan, which I've sung with Udit ji, and Shami Tandon has, and I think Z Music has released it. So it goes like this. हम सब हैं श्री राम प्रभु के, हम सब में है राम। अवध बिहारी रघुनंदन को बारंबार प्रणाम। जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम. So that's how it goes, and it's become very very popular. लोगों ने बहुत पसंद किया है इसको.
Wow, that was absolutely beautiful, Alka ji. And your voice, I think, sends goosebumps to so many of our viewers out there. And they'll be considering themselves, I consider myself extremely fortunate to have been able to hear that live as well, for you to sing just a few lines of that Ram Bhajan. But, you know, that's the beauty of what we're seeing right now, ma'am, which is that so many songs that have been sung over the years, I'm sure you're seeing that as well. So many songs that have been sung over the years are now becoming the biggest craze, the biggest super hit. Everyone's talking about these Ram Bhajans that legends like you, that Udit ji, that Hariharan ji have sung many years ago. Now everyone's only playing these songs.
It's all thanks to this Mandir which is coming up in Ayodhya, and I'm so happy that this is happening, and I think I would like to say thank you to Modi ji for this.
Are you going to be there, ma'am, for the Pran Pratishtha? Are you going to be there too?
No, I don't think I will be there because I have a commitment elsewhere. But my best wishes are there, and I'll definitely go to Ayodhya, and I will definitely go to the Mandir, darshan karungi, and that's for sure. I have it in my mind.
You know, what does it take, Alka ji, for legends like you and for so many others to really sing a Ram Bhajan? Does it feel very different from singing your normal songs? You've sung so many Bollywood songs, but singing a bhajan like this, I'm sure, also gives you also a whole sense of divinity and devotion. What does that feel like?
Actually, all through my career, I've hardly sung any bhajans. I've been singing mostly romantic numbers only. But of late, I have been singing quite a few bhajans, and bhajans are something which I think every singer is able to sing from the heart. You know, it comes naturally, and the moment I sing a bhajan, I really feel that divinity inside me when I'm singing. So that's exactly how I felt when I was singing this particular song.
Amazing. But also, Alka ji, if I could request you, you know, you sang for us this beautiful Jai Shri Ram song that everyone's playing across. Also, if you could sing a few lines of, you know, your favorite Ram Bhajan.
I really cannot think of any one at the moment. They're all Ram Bhajans, and there's so many of them. I would say at the moment, this is my favorite Ram Bhajan, the one which we have sung for all of you. So currently, this is my favorite.
Okay, then I'm going to request you if you could sing again for us a few more lines of that song, because I'm sure our viewers are all waiting to listen to you sing again.
I have already sung this is the beginning, the first two lines. That is the main mukra of the song. After that, it goes on to the antra, and the lines are divided between me and Udit ji. So these are the only two lines in the mukra. So that's why I sang these two lines.
Okay, of course. For you, ma'am, and you're saying, of course, that you will also be there in Ayodhya. These are songs, of course, that perhaps do more justice than a lot of other elements do in bringing forward the energy and fervor that we're witnessing right now in Ayodhya and across the country. And tell us a bit about that, how music really unites in almost every single civilizational moment of the country and of the world, Alka, ma'am. You've seen this, I'm sure, several times.
Of course, music knows no barriers, as it's said. There's no religion, or there's no borders, or nothing at all. It's just from one heart to the other. It connects through hearts, and that's the best part about music. It's one time when everybody forgets where they come from, what they do, where they belong from, which caste, which creed. It's beyond everything. As I said, it's something which is only connected to the heart, and music is your connection, our connection with God, and God is there for everyone, be it a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, any. of any caste or creed. So it unites everyone through hearts.
So beautifully put. Thank you very much, Alkaji, for joining us here on India Today and giving us the honor, of course, of also singing a few lines of your bhajan that's now going viral across social media. And people, of course, soaking in the fervor, in the divinity of Lord Ram with this kind of music. Thank you very much for joining us here on India Today.
Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that exclusive conversation, I'm slipping into a very, very short break here on India Today. We'll be right back with lots more reports of what's happening in Ayodhya as we count down to the Pran Pratishtha.
खबरों के ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट विश्लेषण जैसी ही एक दुनिया और भी है, और वो है सफेद पन्नों पर काले अक्षरों से उकेरे गए साहित्य की दुनिया। तो आइए साहित्य की इस ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट दुनिया में खो जाएं।
साहित्य आज तक लखनऊ